Hey, how's it going? Griff here. Want to take a couple minutes today and talk to you about a new rod, the Destroyer Evoluzion Cliffhanger. All right, we haven't talked about BFS stuff in a while. There hasn't been a ton of new stuff coming out, but it feels like right now a lot of stuff is coming at the same time. So I wanted to talk to you about this rod right here. The name Cliffhanger has been around for a long time, but every time we get a Cliffhanger, it's different. And now we got the Cliffhanger Evoluzion. It's definitely a different rod. It's capable of doing a lot of different things than what we're used to. So let's get into it. All right, guys. So I wanted to take this rod out and see if I can throw some of the smallest things possible. All right. So a lot of BFS stuff is coming out. The Baitfinesse market is full of rods that, you know, at 3/16 or quarter, that's where they start at, and then you can go up. They make these super powerful rods that just aren't throwing the little things, all right? And when I think about BFS, I think about throwing something tiny. So I wanted to go and throw the smallest things possible. So I saw this rod, I felt it. It felt like it could do a lot of cool things for me. So I just grabbed some of the smallest baits that we had, and then I went out and took them out, tried to catch some fish on them, all right? Let me spec out this rod for you, all right, guys? This is a 6'3" F2, 1/8 to ½ ounce, all right? We know that Megabass puts these crazy ranges on their rods, but the rods work within those ranges. At 1/8, I wanted to go lower, but just feeling this rod, I knew it could happen. I just wanted to see how low I could go. I mean, the rod's got a ton of bend in it, right? So great reaction bait style rod. It bends deep into it. And then just like the Evoluzions, these new Evoluzions, it kind of just cuts off and becomes super powerful. So let me talk you through the baits that I was using. Let me talk you through some of the experiences I was having, and then we'll go from there, all right? Started off with the obvious choice, the Megabass Karashi. All right, Karashi is a super well-known bait. A little bit on the higher end at 3/16 of an ounce. I want to go see what I can do with this, and obviously, of course, it threw it. I mean, this was launching it, almost spooling me every single time I threw it. So it worked it great. With that flexible tip, I was able to twitch it a lot, fishing in a lot of current. So controlling lure movement in current is already difficult as it is, but because of the bend of the rod, I was able to control it as it was going down the current. So the Karashi, I had a really good time throwing that Karachi on there. There you go, right there. The next step down, I went to the Nishine Saugeen 40. All right. I mean, that thing is tiny. This bait right here is coming in at 3.3 grams. So at 3.3 grams, still no issues. I was casting it out there. It was doing well. I was able to cast it out there, retrieve it. It felt really good on the bait or on the rod. I felt every movement that it was making. So these Evoluzions have this crazy thing about them is no matter what they're made for, they're all sensitive. You can feel everything that's going on with them. So that Saugeen 40 from Nishine, obviously it did well, but I wanted to go a little bit smaller. So there it is, the Baitsanity Glide crank right there. I mean, it's tiny, all right? This is the one that has lip on it. I did add a 0.03 gram weight on there just because I wanted it to sink. I didn't want to fish it on the top. These do float, so I did want to add a little bit on there. But I was able to get a 15, 20 yard cast on this thing, no problem. Again, it was making tiny little movements, and I was feeling every single movement it made in the rod. It was fishing really, really well. So we went super tiny on that. And then a little bit lighter, I went to the Glide. All right, the Baitsanity BFS Glide. This is at 2 grams, 2 inches, 2 grams. And again, same thing. I didn't feel a difference in the casting between the two with that 0.2 gram difference in them. So to get 15, 20 yards with the cast, I was able to work the bait very, very well. Getting it to glide back and forth, no issues with it. And it casted it great. I did catch a little bit of wind. In the wind, I did have a little bit of trouble, but that's, I mean, you're throwing something 2 grams, you're gonna have trouble in wind. So those are the baits that I was throwing. I was having a good time with it. Let's talk more about the rod. All right, guys, so these Evolutions came out styled like crazy, all right? Bar stock aluminum, slant bridge on there, super really nice soft cork on that handle, super dense in that. I was throwing it with the Aldebaran BFS, right there. There you go, take a look at that thing. Super styled, very, very comfortable in my hand. I was able to cast, doing a one-handed cast, just whipping it out there. I wasn't worried about this butt section hitting my rod because of that slant bridge that's on there. So I was able to cast it, reel it, retrieve it. Everything was great with it. All right. Fighting fish. So I didn't go out there and catch a bunch of giants. I'm bait finesse fishing. So I automatically assume that I'm just going to catch whatever eats it, but I'm going to catch a lot of fish because presentations are so small. Nothing's scared of it. Nothing really is super intimidated. Just want to eat it or get it out of there. And then anything that opens its mouth, it's going to get sucked in. So I did spend a lot of time catching a lot of different size fishes, but super fun. Even fighting, every fish that I fought felt the same. Smaller ones, the not as smaller ones, I was catching them. The rod would load. We'd get a good load in that rod. And then it would just stick there. It would fight the fish, bring them in. I was able to get them in. I wasn't standing on the land. I was walking in the water a lot, so I didn't really have anywhere to put my rod. I just tuck it in my arm, and I never felt like the rod was in danger of breaking. I was gonna lose the fish or anything like that. Super cool new rod here. If you are used to the Megabass Baitfinesse platforms, you know that they don't really advertise super tiny, but this one right here, you're gonna be able to get a wide range of things going on in here. So I will be taking this out to try a little heavier stuff, probably in that 5-6 gram, to see if this rod is going to be able to handle it all. But so far, so good. I really like this rod. Just to bring you back on what the Evoluzion is. So the Evoluzion has the titanium in there. Titanium is meant to flex with the rod, and then it's going to bounce back. So that's where you're getting a lot of that strength from. That titanium, it bends, so you're able to cast a lot better. And then when you need it to, it's going to flex back, or it's going to spring back, boom, and then you're going to be able to fight fish a lot better with these. Like I said before, I think this is the first piece of new rod technology that's happened in a while. Everybody's doing these new blanks. They're not really getting super technical with things, but this rod right here, there's a lot of technology incorporated into it. I feel like this is the rod that we've been looking for. And you're saying in your head, I wish my rod could do this. I wish it could be a softer and I can do this, and so I can cast better but still be stronger. This is what's happening with this lineup right here. So there you guys go. Destroyer Evoluzion Cliffhanger. That's what I got. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for your business. Thank you for everything on behalf of everybody here at the Hookup Tackle, Ben, myself, everybody here. Thank you guys. Hope you enjoy. Have a great day.